Hey, this is Rutledge from TechRaptor. We're here at Gen Con in Indianapolis, hanging out at the Solasta booth, checking out this turn-based RPG based on D&D 5e. Matthew, you want to give us a little pitch about what the game is?
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you for having us in this interview. So first of all, we're very happy to come to Gen Con. Actually, it's the first time for me. And we're presenting a demo, a glimpse of our upcoming game, which is called Solasta, Crown of the Magister. So it's a tactical RPG with a strong narrative component. The game is very cool in many aspects, especially because it uses new aspects of role-playing games, such as, well, in video games, such as verticality, dynamic lighting, dynamic environments, team narration. And the goal for us, as big fans of tabletop RPGs, is to give the same feeling of what you can play on tabletop on a computer game. So it's using 5th edition SRD, meaning it's the same set of rules, classes, characters, but in our universe called Solasta, obviously. And here we're showing a demo of the game, which is going to be showcased for upcoming Kickstarter in the coming weeks. So what you get to see and play at Gamescom is experiencing this party of 4 characters and discovering exploration, interactive narration with NPCs, and obviously combat, which is a big thing in the game.
And while I was watching it, you've got cutscenes, you've got the full turn-based that you would expect if you were sitting at a tabletop. What level of player agency is there? Is there a lot of just you can kind of make decisions, or does the game guide you along?
It's I would say it's a mix of XCOM and D&D, so it's very tactical, very accurate, cell-based, turn-based, very deep tactical gameplay. But we want still to give to introduce a universe with living factions. You get to interact with them. Choices you make during the cutscenes are going to impact the way the world reacts to you. So it's not only a tactical RPG with a very interesting and compelling turn-based combat. It's also a big campaign with an epic storyline, and you have to, obviously to save the world with your team. So it's very ambitious, maybe too ambitious for a small team, but we are very experienced. We've done many games in the past in different studios. So it's a very good mix, I would say, between narrations, compelling decisions you make in the game, and also deep tactical gameplay.
So, Matthew, tell us a little bit about the team you guys have put together for this game.
So we're a team of 15 to 20 people based in Paris. Some of us have 20 years of experience in the game industry, having released 10 games or such. We've worked on many games, but we're big fans of RPGs and tabletop especially, so we wanted to make this best adaptation of pen and paper role-playing game on video games. So we're a team of passionate people, artists, developers, game designers, and we really work together in a fluid, agile way, and we also want to work hand in hand with the community. So for us, it's very important to have early feedback on this demo with the Kickstarter. And for us, Kickstarter, yes, sure, we need the money to make a better game, but also we need to build a community to have great feedback and to make the best game as possible. Because you make assumptions, you think that this UI is good this way and not, and then you play test it, and you have different reactions. People give you different feedback. Also, we're making a video game, so it's not a D&D simulator, it's a video game with a proper experience. And sometimes, yes, you have to adapt a bit the pen and paper rules. We try to stick as close as possible to tabletop, but sometimes we make decisions, and it's great to be able to confront that through the community, to get that feedback, to make sure we go to the right direction, or we have to change it. So basically, we deliver a vision with the pillars I described, with tabletop RPG fundamentals, with verticality, lighting, team narration. But around that, the community can interact with us to improve the game. Well, the Kickstarter is going to be, it's very exciting for us because we're a long way from release. And obviously we want to Kickstarter where we can make changes to the game. It's not just 6 months before release. It's going to be available very soon. I'm not sure I have a date yet, but obviously it's soon. The build you can see behind is just yet a fraction of what you can play in the Kickstarter. Also, it's going to be limited for now. So, for instance, we offer you a set of 4 characters you can play, but in the final game, you will be able to have full customization of your classes, races for the team you built and play the campaign with.
And then what platforms? Is it going to be purely PC?
It's going to be PC and Mac to start with, but then depending on the options we have with the console and other platforms, we can move to other platforms. But our core focus is to have a great PC, Steam, single player experience, and then see where we want to go next with the game.
So you touched on the fact that you guys are not a tabletop simulator, but your very own game. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, it means that when you're playing tabletop, you have a DM and he's giving the tempo for the rules, how to act. But in a video game, you have to help people out. Some stuff is not obvious. There's accessibility issues, feedback. Some rules need to be streamlined, but not too much. So it's very complex actually, because we want to stick to the rules as much as possible, but we don't want this to be a hardcore, an experience for hardcore video game players, but really to open to as many players as possible without defining the rules and how they work on tabletop. So it's the right balance to find for the game.
One of your team members was actually talking about how he had never played D&D 5e before, and through playing your game, he's starting to get a little more familiarized with it and looking forward to playing his own tabletop game. So it seems like you guys are going to be able to bring in some players that may have never played.
Yeah, we hope to be a good introduction to the system. So even though it's not an officially licensed product, we're big fans of this system. So we hope we can bring more people to tabletop, because it's I play D&D once a night every week with friends. So for me, it's really important to stay connected, and it's 2 complementary experiences for me.
Matthew, thanks for talking with us about the game. Stay tuned. Travis is going to be writing up a preview on his impressions of the game, and stay tuned for that Kickstarter.